about it. Well, good morning, happy Friday, and welcome to our reading and writing supports for middle and high school students. I am Laura Martinez. I am the Assistive Technology Program Manager at TASC.
Good morning, I'm Elizabeth Ortega, Assistive Technology Coordinator at TASC. TASC is a nonprofit. We serve 6 counties in Southern California. We are a parent training and information center and a family empowerment center. We educate and empower people with disabilities and their families to become effective communicators and self-advocates. Our disclaimers that TASC staff are not advocates or attorneys. We do not provide recommendations, legal advice, or suggestions. Our family support specialists offer peer-to-peer support, information, and options to parents of children with disabilities so they can become informed members of the IEP team and work collaboratively with schools. Our family support specialists help families understand the special education process by providing one-on-one phone consultations, virtual IEP consultations, and review of documentation. They offer assistance with letter writing. They also offer a variety of educational webinars, support for military families, information, and resources. Within our tech center, we offer a variety of assistive technology webinars, individualized online lab appointments via Zoom if you're looking for specific apps, Chrome extensions, websites for your children. We can schedule a 1-hour appointment, show you the apps that we have, or show you the websites, Chrome extensions that we know of, and the areas that you're looking for. We also offer assistive technology consultations. Our augmentative alternative communication services, we have Project Communicate, in which we offer a free 1-hour AEC consultation with a speech language pathologist. If we would like more information on our free 1-hour consultation, you can email me. You'll have our email addresses in a few minutes. We also have Let's Talk AEC, which is a training series of 4 webinars. You can find those on our YouTube channel, and I'll post a link to our YouTube channel in the chat in a few minutes. Tech Connection is our online social and life skill groups for ages 14 and above. We have a lot of information and resources. For the Tech Connection social and life skills group, email Lauren. She has her email in the chat right now.
Whoops, my mouse is stuck. There we go.
Tech Tidbits is our monthly assistive technology focused e-newsletter. If you're not receiving it and would like to receive it, please visit the website listed on the slide, plug in your name, email address, and you'll start receiving it the following month. And feel free to contact either Laura or myself if you're looking for specific apps, websites, Chrome extensions, or have any specific questions pertaining to your child or clients on assistive technology. Feel free to email us. We'll be happy to assist you. Before Laura continues with the presentation, I do want to let you know that you will receive a copy of today's presentation. I will email it after the presentation to the email address you used to register to attend today's webinar.
Thank you so much, Liz. Okay, well, today we're going to be showing you lots of tools, and these tools are available on multiple platforms, easy for me to say. So some are websites or available in the cloud, some are software downloads, Google Chrome extensions. If they are available for iOS or Android tablet as well, that information will be listed on the slide. So just a quick Google Chrome extensions, just kind of to explain what they are. They're programs that can be installed into Chrome in order to change your browser's functionality, and I'll be going through quite a few of them today. And this includes adding new features to Chrome or modifying the existing behavior of the program itself to make it more convenient for the user. Okay. And I'll be showing you in just a minute how the extensions work. We're going to start with reading supports. And to start with, I wanted to list some electronic book or text resources for you, depending on, what they are, just so that you have places to go to find texts so that you, for this age group, so that you can find things, and we'll be looking at some of those in just a few minutes. But a lot of these websites have great text that you can use. So we're going to start with EPUB readers. And with EPUB readers, it's basically a text reader that's going to read electronic books or electronic texts. So the first one is the Kindle. I'm sure you're probably familiar with the Kindle, the physical Kindle, but you can also download the program, either an app on iOS or Google Play. You can download them. It also a reader on your PC or Mac. And what's nice about the Kindle and these types of EPUB readers is you can really customize your reading experience. So I have listed on here some of the things that you can do, but I'm going to show you because I think it's easier. Okay. My computer likes to stick lately. Okay. So this is what my Kindle library on here looks like, because I actually do use the one on my iPad, but I wanted to be able to show you when you open a book, the things that you can do to change and customize. So this is a book that's been downloaded. It's a sci-fi adventure for teens. And what's nice is you can go in and there's different things you can do to customize the look of the book. So you can change the font. So that's the Open Dyslexic font. You can use the Amazon or the Bookerly, depending on what you want. You can adjust the size of the text. The page color, depending on what works well for you. You can have it be 2 or a single column, and then you can adjust the size of the margins. And what that helps with, sometimes if you have larger margins, it's less to read on one line at a time. I'm used to using the app, so it's totally different, but just I wanted to show you what that can look like. And then also they have dictionaries. You can look things up. You can highlight things depending on what you want. And then of course you can sorry, my mouse has got a mind of its own. You can navigate. You can look things up. There's a notes section if you want to highlight and take notes out. Sorry, my bar is in the way. Oops. So I just wanted to show you what you can do to change things around. And then you can also, of course, it reads aloud too. The second one I want to show you is, sorry, there's a lot of going back and forth in this one, is the Claro EPUB reader. And with this one, they have it available for Chromebook, iPad, Windows, Mac, Android, and then also online on the web. For this one, there's a free trial and then there's different pricing depending on what's going on. So I've just opened it into a document that I have open. Here's the menu, and you can just open a file. And then I have the free version. And so basically I can pick my voice and my language. And
4. Structure of DNA. Learning objectives. By the end of this section, you will begin to discuss and apply biological theories and concepts of the molecular and genetic of life, including cell division, inheritance, and gene regulation by showing that you can describe the structure of DNA. DNA is the genetic material passed from parent to offspring for all life on Earth.
so this one's nice. It does highlight as it goes along. The voice is not too mechanical, which I like. And again, you can just open any text file and bring it in and read it. Too many things open. Okay, so those are EPUB readers. There's all kinds of different ones. I just want to show you like a couple of each kind of tool so you know what's out there. So for text to speech, there are all kinds of tools out there. I'm going to show you two. One is Natural Reader Text to Speech, and this one is really nice because it works on web pages, PDF files, email, Google Docs, anything that's on the web. And it's available in multiple formats: web, Windows, Mac, iOS, Google Play, and as a Chrome extension. There is a free version. And then if you want upgrades or more features, there's a $9.99 a month premium version. And then there's a $20 a month, their plus version. And I put the website on here so you could kind of see the differences. And after that, I'm going to show you Claro Read. But in the meantime, my gosh. Sorry. So in the meantime, I am going to open a website. So remember we talked about Chrome extensions and they live up here. Well, this little puzzle piece here, if you hover over it, it says extensions, is where you can manage your extensions and turn things on and off. So in here, I have my different extensions and I have them turned off. And see which ones I have turned on. When I'm trying to demonstrate extensions, I try to turn one on at a time so that they don't conflict. But normally during my day, I do have several that I use at once. So we're going to start with Natural Reader. So I'm going to turn it on. And then when I go to my extension, it's here that it's turned on, but I also have it what's called pinned. And when I pin it, the little icon will pop up. So now if I want to go to a website and have it read aloud, I can either right click or pull this down and have it read my selection.
The Gift of the Magi, by O. Henry, is a favorite Christmas short story. Published in 1910, it tells the story of two struggling newlyweds who love each other enough that they are willing to give up something dear to them in order to buy a Christmas present for the other.
Okay. With Natural Reader, another thing that you can do is if you go directly to their website, they have an online reader. So if you have something like a text that you want read or something that you want to work on, you can actually copy and paste. Or you can type something else and you can go to their website and paste it in. It's going to process. That's why it's doing this little spin.
Swimming in the frigid waters of the Arctic and surfacing in narrow gaps in the sea ice to breathe, the narwhale is one of the world's most elusive and bizarre marine mammals.
So over here, you can go in and add documents. If you already have a document that you want read, you can just add it and you can pull it up from wherever you want. If you want to add a whole web page, you can do that. You can hold things in your library. Over here, you can change the text size. And then there are all these different things that you can do. So you can convert a text file to an audio file. You can change pronunciations, add hotkeys. You can turn on and off the word highlight and what color that you would like it to be. So there's lots of different things that you can do to customize it. And now it's just processing.
Swimming in the frigid waters of the Arctic and surfacing in narrow gaps in the sea ice to breathe,
So that's Natural Reader. And to be honest, I use it a lot. Okay, sorry, I was looking at chat, but Liz has got it handled. Okay. Clara Read basically will work on any website. There is a highlighting feature available and pricing varies. I do have the free version. You can either use it on the web, on iOS, Google Play, or as a Chrome extension. So again, I would go in and turn off Natural Reader and turn on Claro Read. So that's just what I recommend while you're learning what each extension does. And so I'm just going to highlight it and right click it. Oh, I forgot to pin my Claro Read. Here we go. There we go. So I'm going to highlight it. Now it's going to give me that option. Sometimes it's glitchy. I'm going to be truthful. The free version is a little glitchy. So sometimes you have to open. Sometimes you have to open it. Okay. I think Liz had this problem too. I think it's shy. And I've also noticed, depending on the website, it will only read certain text. So let's see if this one's better. Alrighty then. That's access. I don't get it. I'm sorry about that. Normally it works. I usually like daily, usually works on any web page. Sometimes we just have glitches. I have noticed, depending on the internet connection, that can make a difference too. Whoops. Okay. So these are both awesome tools. So the first one is Immersive Reader. Maybe you've heard of it or maybe not, but Immersive Reader is built in to Microsoft Edge browser, and it has so many amazing, great tools. But again, it's only available on Microsoft Edge. So someone created an app, and the app has a silly name. It's called Use Immersive Reader on Websites, that mimics what Immersive Reader does. So I'll show you both, and you can let me know what you think. So I'm gonna open the Edge browser. Now, certain pages you'll open, just going to show you the weather. You'll see you're looking for a little book icon. It won't be there depending on certain pages. Other pages, when you open it, you will see this little book icon. And if you hover over it, it'll say Enter Immersive Reader. You can either click that or there's a hotkey. I believe it's F9. So what happens with Immersive Reader is it takes that website. I'm going to go back just so you can see. So you can see all of the busyness that's going on. If I click on Immersive Reader, it strips all the ads and you just have the text and the graphics. And then there are different
Survival. Get the passage and questions on one printable PDF.
voice options. You can change the speed and you can choose a different voice if you like. So it's under Read Aloud. Under text preferences, there are so many things you can change. So you can change the text size, but you can also change the spacing. If you need more space between each word. Again, you can change the font depending on what you like. Column style, and then the page themes. So depending if you like a gray background, black background with white, background with gray, or there are a ton of other themes that you can choose from, and you just click on them and they change. So lots and lots of things you can customize. So grammar tools, you can go in and you can turn, if you're working on certain things, you can turn the syllables on. You can color code nouns, verbs, adjectives, depending on if you're working on that. And then under reading preference, they have this thing called line focus. So when it reads, it just reads one line at a time, 3 or 5. So it's not overwhelming, which is really neat. So I'll show you that really.
Survival. Get the passage and questions on one printable PDF. Students will read a story about a camping trip that
So you can turn that on or off. There's also a picture dictionary you can turn on or off. And with that, depending on the text, there'll be a, there it goes. I hope you can see my cursor. When your cursor changes to a star, that means there's a word that has a picture symbol that goes with it. So depending on who's working on that, it also has a translation feature. And you can translate the entire page. Takes a little bit. Maybe it's going to take too long, but it does translate the page. So lots of great things that you can do in Immersive Reader, and it's completely free, but again, you have to use it on the Edge browser. And the Chrome version is called Use Immersive Reader on Websites. So I'm going to go into my extensions I'm gonna turn off. Oh, I did. So it's way down here. I have way too many. So I'm gonna turn that on. And I'm gonna go up here and I'm going to pin it so that I can see it up here. So now if I wanted, sorry, now if I want to do that, I can go in and do the same thing.
To get started, just select some text on your website.
And then the same features. Not quite as many, but still a lot of features. So, and with this one, you can be pretty much on any website and just highlight what you want and go right there and it'll pop it into the
Swimming in the frigid waters of the Arctic and surfacing in narrow gaps in the sea ice to breathe.
So that's the Use Immersive Reader on websites. Do we have any questions up to this point? I know there's a lot of tools. Okay. Okay, so this is called Helperbird. And there's a free and then a paid version. I only have the free version, but I'm really thinking about getting the paid version because it does so much. So it's an extension, and what it really does is you can personalize any web page, anything that's online. So like online PDFs, online documents, and again, any web page. And what you can do get out of here. Go ahead and turn that off. That's the biggest thing I have to remember is turn off one extension before using another, and you will learn which ones you can leave on that work together. This Helperbird, sorry, my mouse scroller decided to stop. There we go. Is amazing. So again, we can go to any web page. The thing I have to remember to do, I was telling Liz, I did this yesterday, is turn it on. And this one will show you which ones you can do with the free version or which ones are the paid version. But I wanted to show you, there are just so many things. So I'm going to click View in Reader mode. Oh, it doesn't like this page. Let me get another page. Let's try that again. Doesn't like this page. All right. Let me just sign in. Oh my goodness, sorry. It's going to tell me I signed in with Google. And we'll be looking at this actually in a minute. So it just opened in reader mode. So now again, it's stripped away the things I don't need. I can have it read.
Warmer.
Sorry, I was being impatient.
Warmer noses are better at fighting colds. Study says 3-minute read.
Okay. So we're in reader mode. You can also open the PDF reader and have that read aloud and make changes to the PDF so you can read it better. You can view it in immersive reader, which is the thing we just saw. It'll switch and put it in immersive reader. And then you can do different things. So I just wanted to show you how many things that you can customize. So you can customize the font. I'm gonna have you look at the web page while I turn that on and off. Just immediately, it can change the font. Oops, sign language. Oh, you can change the font to what you want. You can adjust the text size. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Change your word spacing, letter spacing, your line height, and adjust it. And certain things work in reader mode and other things don't. So I'm going to take it out of reader mode just so you can see I changed all of that. So change your line height, your text alignment. There's a magnifier you can turn on or off. So anything with a little diamond is in HelperBird Pro. There's text to speech. Of course, it reads aloud. There's all kinds of different options. You can change the voice, the speed, the pitch. Again, in Pro, you can change the background color, the text color, the links, all of those things. And it will tell you if it's a Pro version. So there's all kinds of things you can change. There's highlighters, you can change styles. There's an overlay in the Pro version, which I'll show you some overlays in a little bit, but it just has tons and tons of things. What also will do a screen capture. If you want a copy of what you're reading. It just does all kinds of great things. And this is the free version. Again, with the Pro version, there are so many other things that it does. So that's HelperBird.
Laura?
Yeah.
There's a question. Is there
I was
any
trying to-
text reader that can read directly in Google Slides?
Google Slides.
I cannot
Google
think of
Docs.
No, Google Slides.
Google Slides. I've never been asked that. You know what? Let me find out if you guys, whoever it is, can email me and I will find out for you. Google Slides. Well, Google Slides are online. I don't know. I've never heard that. I know Google Docs. Let me think about that. I'm trying to think how that would. So you're trying, I just want to understand the question. So you want it to read the actual text on the slide?
Yes.
Let me mess around with a couple of them. And if you get the information, I can get back to that person.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Couple helpful tools. Reading Ruler is basically a a highlighter that you can turn on and off. It's a free Chrome extension. And then I'll take you into Beeline Reader. All right. So we're going to go to our extensions. I'm going to turn off my helper bird. Hope my reading ruler is being nice to me today. And of course, so with reading ruler, you can choose the color of the ruler and how opaque or not opaque that it is. Of course. We check these over and over and they work perfectly fine. And then let me try and sell it again. Hopefully it will remember I was just there. Oh, I'm in Newsela. It's going to want me to annotate. Don't you love when your technology doesn't work? So I'm just going to tell you, typically, the reading ruler pops up. It looks like this, and it just basically is a long highlight, and you hit the arrow down and the arrow up, and it just highlights what you read. Beeline Reader is really interesting. It's a color gradient that can make reading faster for a lot of people. And it's really funny because you can tell immediately if it's going to help you or not. And I'm just going to take you to the website. So Beeline Reader comes in multiple things. I have the extension. There's also a website. And what happens, it's already on here. So I'm going to turn it off. So regular text is here. I'm going to put it on bright and have you just read that, read the first paragraph to yourself. And sometimes for certain people, it really helps pull your eyes through those lines. For me, it really, really helps. For other people, not so much. Then I'm going to change to dark, which is very similar, but it's just not as bright. Have you read again. They have blues. And it's different for everyone. They have a grayscale, which is just darker and lighter grays. And then, of course, you can turn it off. And it's available in multiple formats. And what's neat is if you use it and you find it helpful, you can beeline any website. So if there's text that you have to read, you can just turn on the extension and you're able to change any website or anything that you're trying to read to what works best for you and your eyes. So that's Beeline Reader. And again, I just use it directly from the site, but you can use it as an extension or an app. Okay, Newsela. Newzela's website. It's free, and it's free, but then if you're a teacher and you want to be able to assign work to students and such, then there is a fee. But what this does, it's text leveled reading. So they take 5 daily news articles and rewrite them at, sorry, they take daily news articles and rewrite them at 5 different reading levels. And what's nice is when you go into Newsela, it will ask you to create an account, but again, you can do a free account. You can get the latest news, what's going on. So these are the ones that are the latest. And we had this open, I think earlier. And what we can do is we can change the text level. So right now, these are the different Lexile levels. So it's at 710. We can change it all the way up to 1190. And what it does is it changes the complexity of the text. So let me change it so you can see it rewrite down and all the way up to max. Okay. So there's news articles. Depending on the article, you can do different things with it. They do have a
Warmer noses are better at fighting colds, study says, by Issam Ahmed, Agence France-Presse, published February 22, 2023. Washington, D.C., chilly weather and common respiratory infections often go hand in hand. Reasons for this include people gather inside more in winter and viruses survive better in low humidity.
So you can do that. Or you can, if you're looking for a specific topic, you can go in, you can do a search. So if you were working on something specific in science or wherever, you could go in and look for specific topics. Oh, this looks fun. Tells about it. Tells about the different things. And then you could figure out which article you want. If you're an educator, you can assign specific articles to specific students. There's a capability for annotations. There's writing prompts. So there's built-in ones, or you can, if you have a teacher account, an educator account, you can put in your own writing prompts. And then there are quizzes. So, and then you can save specific articles to specific students. So that's Newsela. Okay, this is Rewordify. And Rewordify, what this does is if you don't happen to have an article on Newsela, or you need to read something that's a little difficult, that you need leveled a little bit, you can Rewordify by using their website. There's also an extension that you can download where you can actually click on a whole website and have it rewordified. It does take a little bit of time, but if you go to the website, it kind of explains here what it does, but it's easier if I just show you. I'm going to take some text. know if this will be enough text, but we'll see. I'm gonna hit rewordify. So everything in yellow has been changed. The word has been changed. So here we have swimming in the frigid waters. Instead of frigid, we have very cold. There's a question mark. You can see what the word was. Hard to see, hard to catch. Instead of elusive. Fighting on horseback instead of jousting. So what it does is it makes it simpler to read.
Erupted.
So that's rewordify. And see, there's a, you can bookmark it and then just rewordify a whole site if you want to. These three websites are summarization tools. And I think of them as digital Cliff Notes, if you're old enough to remember Cliff Notes, or the Reader's Digest version of things. So you can go to any of these sites. They're all a little bit different. And you can cut and paste text. Let's see if I still have the text in my from before. So I've pasted my text in the text compactor, and I want to tell it I only want about 50%. So now it's taken this text up here and given me about 50%. Now, if it's too how do I say, if there's not enough text, it doesn't work. There has to be enough text. So let's do it by 20%. So what it does is it redoes it, rewrites it so that you just get hit the highlights. And then they also have a text-to-speech program, or you can have it read out loud with one of your text-to-speech apps or extensions. So that's Text Compactor. Yeah, Cliff Notes, right? Back in the day, yellow and black. And then there's also Summarize This and Summary, and they just do things a little bit differently. With this one, you can paste a whole URL in there and it will do it. And it will summarize into 7 sentences, which is amazing. So for writing tools, graphic organizers, sometimes people ask about them, sometimes people don't. I find that people either love them or don't. So I just listed here 3 possibilities for you. The first one is Poplet, and it's available on iOS, Chromebook, and on the web. For whatever reason, my Poplet account doesn't like me. And this is what I get. Let me try going to just regular Poplet. Oops. Oh, that's my Take a Break extension. Highly recommended. Yeah, it's not loading for me. I'm wondering if my internet is weird. Well, I'll just talk about them. So with Poplet, you can go in, you get 1 free Poplet. Otherwise, there's a monthly or yearly fee, and you just go in and it's thought bubbles basically. But what I do like about Poplet is there are, when you create create an account, easy for me to say, you can go in and see other people's outlines and things they've done. And some of them are really, really amazing. Another one is called MindMap. It's this little guy here, and it's a Chrome extension, or you can use it directly online. And it lets you create a free map. These are more, I think, for productivity, but they do have a lot of things that you can do. For the free version, you get unlimited number of maps, but you can only, the storage is minimal. And then here are the prices for those. So the storage is minimal on the MindMap, but it is online. You can kind of see. Okay, I just wanted you to see that because I like the way that it does the lines instead of the bubbles. That's just me personally. And then EdDrawMind is an online program that you can use on the web or download as software. They do a free trial, but then there's a yearly fee on that one. So we're going to get into word prediction and text editors. CoWriter has been around for years, and it's been around for years because it works. They use this in a lot of schools. And what I do like about CoWriter is that it uses what's called grammar smart vocabulary, meaning when we're doing like word prediction on our phone, sometimes you're typing and just random stuff pops up that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. That doesn't happen with CoWriter because it's got that vocabulary smart word prediction. It also has speech recognition, translation support, and topic dictionaries. So I am going to go. I don't know why it keeps doing this, but whatever. It's Friday. I am going to go turn on CoWriter. CoWriter's my little bubble here. Oh, I'm going to turn off reading ruler while I'm in here since it wasn't being nice. Okay. Then I'm just going to pin CoWriter so I can see it. So I think the easiest way to show you would be to open a Google Doc. And when I turn on CoWriter, I have lots of options. So these are all my features in a CoWriter. In the interest of time, obviously, I won't go through all of them, but there are lots of things you can do. So I'll start over here with the topic dictionaries. So they have tons of topic dictionaries and whatever you want to write about. I did tortoises. So I found one here, giant tortoise. Maybe I want to talk about all tortoises and put on the Galapagos tortoises. But if there was a topic that I did not have in here that I really wanted to talk about, I could put in whatever that topic could be, and it will go out to the web and do what's called a web scraping and put together words that have to do with that topic, which is really cool. So, but in the sake of time, we're gonna talk about tortoises today. I can change the font, the text color, the background color. I can adjust what's gonna speak, which you will see. And then I have predict from page on and predict ahead, and also this wonderful thing called flexible spelling, which I will show you. So I am going to go back here. You can see I have my topic dictionary is on, and this is my word prediction here. So when I type in the word tea, because I have my topic dictionary on, the word tortoises.
Tortoises.
There.
Tortoises. Are. Really?
And I can either click this
Interesting,
or I can just hit the tab, or I can hit the number that corresponds with it.
they. 4.
And it really does predict things for you. Now, if I didn't want to say that, I can just keep typing and ignore that. I'm going to hit the 2.
Dinosaurs. They look like dinosaurs.
So
Cell.
if I decide,
Biology. Galapagos, giant tortoise.
I went into manage topics just to see if there was another one in there. Another really cool thing, a cool feature is the speech to text. Not sure if it will work because the trash truck is outside, but we'll see. Giant tortoises remind me of dinosaurs because they look so old and so cool.
Giant tortoises remind me of dinosaurs because they look old and so cool yet.
Oh, my yeah came out.
Giant tortoises remind me of dinosaurs because they look old and so cool.
Okay, so co-writer does a ton of things. I'm going to ask if you have specifics, like for your child or something that we're not addressing. If you wouldn't mind emailing us, we'll be super happy to help address your needs. Or if we have time at the end, we can try to answer those questions if that works for you. The next one is called WordQ, and I like it. It's a text editor, but it also has word prediction with speech feedback and speech recognition. It's available on multiple platforms. I have the web app. And so can type in here.
And this is an example.
So I can go here and I can turn on different things. There are topics you can edit. You can turn on word prediction. Again, like we had before. You can, the word prediction is at the
Example.
bottom.
Examine.
You can start or stop the reading. This is a color filter. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know. Hopefully you guys can see that. It made like a blue tint over the screen. You can turn that on and off. And then these are for topics if you have them in there. So same thing.
Of.
Of.
A.
A.
So I can show it up here, or I can just show it down here.
Speech. Speech.
And I could turn that on or off. And then there's also you can also use the microphone to input the text. So a lot of these programs, depending on the person, make it super, much easier. And then also, if you have a PDF, you can open it. And make edits there. Close some of these. Okay, these are two, there are tons, but these are two voice or speech to text programs. The first one is called Speech Texter. Can use it with pretty much anything. I just go online and use it. Yeah, it's very simple, straightforward. Oh, let me turn off CoWriter. So I stop having word prediction. So with this one, you just talk and it picks up what you're saying. Oops. So with this one, you just talk and it picks up what you're saying, period. Once you're done composing your message, comma, you can copy and paste it into an email or another document, period. And I do appreciate it says on the side what the little, what to say for each thing. Very simple. This just hides this or doesn't hide it. And there are some things turned on. I have capitalized the first letter in a new sentence, capitalized proper nouns. You can have a word counter. They do have a dark theme if you like that better. Different fonts, different sizes. Again, this is free and it's called Speech Texter. And then speech to text, another voice recognition or text recognition program. It's an extension. So with this one, it does recognize a wide variety of languages and dialects. It does work offline, so you don't need an internet connection. It is a free Google Chrome extension, and it's just a browser add-on. For grammar and spell checkers, there's a bunch of really good ones out here, but these are the two that are kind of our go-tos. Grammarly and Ginger are both super helpful when it comes to checking grammar and checking things that are in context of a sentence or context of a paragraph. And it really helps with improving sentences that might not be as clear. So I have the Google Chrome extension and I have the iOS app, but I'm just going to take you to the website so that you can see what's really nice. There's a free version and then there's a paid version. You can, on the website, there's these are different like demo documents, but what I like is it will show you the different suggestions. So say you type this in the interest of time, I'm just using one of their documents, but it will give you suggestions and you can use them or not use them. If you decide to, you just click on it and go to the next thing. So add a hyphen. And it'll take you through and you can choose to accept them or just skip them. And then it'll give you kind of a score on how you did. And then your clarity. And so it'll go through and give you suggestions for making it, spicing it up or making it, this would be for premium users, but it kind of goes through and you can hide this as well, but you can go through and it helps you. And what I really like is if you have it turned on as an extension, it works in real time. So as you're typing, it'll pop up and give you suggestions or say, is that what you wanted to say? So again, this is a Grammarly and I use it myself. The other one that I really like and recommend is Ginger. And again, this is a grammar checker. It's got the great proofreading tools. It also has a dictionary and does synonyms, translates. And what I do love is what's called the sentence rephraser. Sometimes when you do a lot of writing, coming up with different things is tough. So you can add it to Chrome or download it for Windows and write into Microsoft Office if you want to. And this is just an example here on the website of what it does. It highlights, very similar. The rephrase is an amazing tool. So maybe you said something and it's what you want to convey, but maybe not how you want to convey it. If you hit that rephraser, it'll give you several suggestions or options, and you can choose one or don't choose it at all, which is really nice. Gives you great. You can look up synonyms right on the page, which is great. You can look up words if you need to. And again, it's available. I mean, you can use it on just about anything you can think of. So that's Ginger, and Ginger's really been helpful over the years. Just two other spelling and grammar tools I wanted to point out. One is called WordTune and the other is called WordDeep. WordTune is a Google Chrome extension. There's a free version, which I have, and then there's the paid version, which is $9.99 a month. I'm just going to go to the online editor where I've cut and pasted info about fossil fuel. So what it does, again, very similar to the other two, but it does it just in a different way. So it's gonna underline things that that it thinks that you should change, or its suggestions, and you can just change them like that. Again, it works in real time. So as you're typing, it will pop up. And it has this little like star that kind of pops up and talks to you. I love this button, Add Spice. So it gives you hints and examples, explain things, emphasize, expand on. It goes through, maybe make a joke, add comic relief, add a historical fact. So gives you lots of fun things. Can also, if you want to expand something, it will give you ideas to make the talk more about a sentence or add more information about what you're talking about. If you want to change things or shorten it, you can have change. Do you want this to be more casual, more formal? And do you want to rewrite it? So if you want help with rewriting, you can ask for help on that too. I clicked on read and summarize. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. We may not have time for it to process. I'm gonna get out for the sake of time. Anyway, this program has lots of great helps built in depending on what you want to do with your writing. And again, there is a free version. With the other one, with Word Deep, you get a free trial that is only so many, it only lasts, you can only use it so many times, but it's very similar. It does the real-time auto corrections that you can turn on, and it does identify the contextual errors, which I like, and you know, within whatever you're writing about, which is great. Just some websites or writing support sites that I wanted to point out. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary and Thesaurus site. If you have someone that's working on building vocabulary or doing things, they have daily games and quizzes. They have a word of the day that you can subscribe to. And of course, different things that you can look up. It does have, of course, the dictionary and thesaurus part. Papers Owl, which is a free online plagiarism checker. It does have an AI-powered writing assistant, and it does work with all common file formats. And you just go online and paste in whatever text you want. This is just their example, but it takes a minute. It will process and it will come up and say how much of this has been plagiarized. So 88.7%, of course, because it's been cut and pasted from the internet, but it will come up and tell you even where it came from. So somebody asked us for that. Read, Write, Think is a website that's got different student materials, games, and lessons to help with building writing skills. And you can search by grade level. This is a bibliography website, which is what I like is you don't have to create an account, install anything. You can go to any website Copy and paste the link. Throw it in there. And it will cite it for you. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Let me close some of these. So that's it for this, for the tools that we have for today. We can try, if we have time, to address some other things. If you wouldn't mind going to the SurveyMonkey and filling out our evaluation form, there will be a couple of questions that don't apply to this particular webinar. If you wouldn't mind marking NA, that would be helpful. And in case you came in late, you will be getting a copy of the handouts emailed to you by Liz. And when we do these webinars, we just try to show a variety of tools. Unfortunately, when we're online, we can't really solve everyone's specific issues, but we do ask that you contact us, email us, and if you have specifics, we would be happy to try to make some suggestions for you or sign you up for a lab appointment. Liz has put the survey link in the chat. And if you want to go ahead and stop recording, Liz, we can try to take some questions.